Azerbaijani forces over the separatist region of Nagorno-Karabakh continued Wednesday morning, with Armenian officials saying the territory's capital came under attack again. The European Union is calling for cessation of hostilities. Clashes between Azerbaijani and Armenian forces in the region since September 27 has killed hundreds in the worst escalation of hostilities since 1994, when a truce ended a war that raged for several years. Nagorno-Karabakh lies inside Azerbaijan but has been under the control of ethnic Armenian forces backed by Armenia for more than a quarter century. Armenian Defense Ministry spokesman Artshan Ovanesyan said Wednesday that Stepanakert, the capital of Nagorno-Karabakh, was being targeted once again by Azerbaijan along with other settlements. Nagorno-Karabakh officials said that non-military facilities in Stepanakert have been hit with missiles and drones. Russian state RIA Novosti news agency reported Wednesday that some of the overnight shelling has hit people's houses, causing significant damage. Stepanakert has been under intense attacks in recent days. Local residents have been gathering in shelters to escape the violence. Azerbaijan has rejected claims of targeting civilian infrastructure in Stepanakert. Hikmet Hajiev, aide to Azerbaijani President Ilham Aliyev, said in an interview earlier this week that Azerbaijani forces only targeted military objects in and around Stepanakert, acknowledging, however, that some collateral damage was possible. The fighting in the region, involving heavy artillery, warplanes and drones, has continued despite numerous international calls for a ceasefire. Both sides have accused each other of expanding the hostilities beyond Nagorno-Karabakh and of targeting civilians. The EU expressed concern Wednesday about the flare-up of violence. We have seen extremely worrying reports of attacks on populated areas which is taking a deadly toll on civilians. We strongly urge the sides to fully observe their international obligations to protect civilian populations, EU Foreign Policy Chief Josep Borrell told members of the European Parliament. Borrell told the lawmakers that the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe has no observers on the ground, and so the EU can't rely on much of the information being spread about the way the conflict is developing. What we observe is an increasing amount of disinformation which is aimed at mobilizing domestic audiences in both countries and could be used to pull regional actors into the conflict, he said. Media reports need therefore to be examined with great precaution. Borrell said that he had discussed the conflict with the foreign ministers of both countries, and with those of Russia and Turkey, the main regional players closest to the conflict. Turkey has publicly backed Azerbaijan in the conflict and said it was ready to provide military assistance, should Azerbaijan request it. Russia is Armenia's main ally and sponsor and has a military base there. It also co-chairs the Minsk Group under the auspices of the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, set up to mediate the conflict. Moscow has repeatedly called for a ceasefire and peace talks. It is important that regional actors refrain from any activity or rhetoric that could inflame things even further, Borrell said. Neighbors Azerbaijan and Armenia could escalate into a wider regional war. President Hassan Rouhani said he hoped to restore stability to the region following days of heavy clashes over the disputed Nagorno-Karabakh enclave. The current fighting is the worst seen in decades, and both sides have blamed each other for the violence. We must be attentive that the war between Armenia and Azerbaijan does not become a regional war, President Rouhani said on Wednesday. Peace is the basis of our work and we hope to restore stability to the region in a peaceful way, he added. President Rouhani also said it was totally unacceptable for any stray shells and missiles to land on Iranian soil. His comments followed reports that shells had landed on villages in Iran, just across from its northern border with Armenia and Azerbaijan. Our priority is the security of our cities and villages, President Rouhani said. President Donald Trump said on Sunday that the United States would seek to stop violence which has ignited between Armenia and Azerbaijan.